In this video, I want to share with you how I learned recently how to better alleviate and manage my detox symptoms. The past 2 weeks has been pretty severe and difficult, but I got through it, and it was also a wonderful learning experience. Thank you everyone for joining me. This is my third adrenal fatigue healing journal report. I've been on the Nutritional Balancing full program for a year and 5 months now. I've been eating really well. My mom, I'm down here staying with my mom in Orange County, and she's on the program too. So together we're eating really good, a lot of vegetables, and we're doing the full diet. And I've been doing the saunas here. And so a couple days after Christmas, I started going into a big detox with major fatigue and sore muscles and achy feet, common detox symptoms that I have. And it got progressively worse, and it lasted for about a week and a half. I was supposed to be working and making money to pay my rent, and for a couple days I just couldn't do anything. So, of course, the mind was like freaking out. How am I going to pay rent and everything? And finally, I tried something that really made a huge difference. I drank some distilled water, and it had an instant relief effect on my fatigue. I felt a little bit better right away. And then I decided to stop my supplements completely, not take a sauna that night, and drink distilled water for a whole day. And the next morning I woke up feeling a lot better, like 75% better. It's not like I had tons of energy, but I was able to function. I had a full morning of getting some work done, and it was just reflecting back over this experience has made me realize how powerful the saunas are, as well as, how to balance when you're going through a healing reaction, how fast you want to go through it and be completely uncomfortable versus balancing it out to a functional level where you're still detoxing, but you're able to get something done. And this really has a lot to do with the amount of supplements you take and the saunas as well. I mean, that's just what I've discovered. And so now I'm down to taking the supplements twice a day, and I'm going to do saunas every 2 days for just 20 minutes at a time versus what I was doing before was 35 minutes. I also emailed my mentor to ask Dr. Wilson if I was on the right supplement program, because often if a detox or a healing reaction lasts longer than a week or two, you want to check in with your practitioner to see if maybe you've changed oxidation rate or your NAK level has gone up or down. And in my case, my sodium potassium level was above 2.5 when I got my last hair test, so I was on zinc. And Dr. Wilson said that my NAK has decreased, so he switched me to Limcomin. But I haven't actually got the Limcomin yet, so I haven't started it. I don't know how it's going to make me feel, but just stopping the supplements altogether, stopping the saunas, and drinking distilled water made a huge difference. Another thing I wanted to share with you is the somewhat recent discovery about how powerful just deep breathing is for detoxification. A friend of mine recently showed me a book called Conscious Breathing, written by a man named Gay Hendricks. And I skimmed through it, and I read a statistic that 70% of the toxins in our body are released through our breath. So just that alone, just realizing that alone made me start to pay attention to my breath. And I realized how shallow of a breather I am. So I just started to consciously take 3 deep belly breaths whenever I realized how shallow my breathing is. So now it's a habit that throughout the day I'll stop and just take deep belly breaths. And that's another thing that I do during a heavy detox when all I can do is just lay down. I'll do deep belly breaths. I also wanted to let everyone know that I am a nutritional balancing practitioner approved by Dr. Wilson, and I give hair tests and also coach people through the nutritional balancing process. And I would love to do that with you. The first hair test is $150, and that includes your original consultation as well as the results of the hair test. I do a thorough analysis of it and write up, and then Dr. Wilson will give you a recommended protocol for your supplements and the detox protocol. And so part of my job is to help you get going with all of the detox protocols, the saunas, the coffee enemas, the supplements, and the diet, and the water, and the reflexology, and the meditation. There's a lot to it. So I'm here to, encourage you and help sort through all the information that you get in the beginning, because it can be overwhelming. And I would love to hear from you guys if you have any powerful things that you do during your detox or healing reactions. If you could share them in the comments below, that would be awesome. Thank you for joining me on your and my journey back to radiant health.